A very good morning to you, and welcome to a brand new week on your favorite morning show.
Yes, indeed. Now, the month of February is gradually crawling to an end.
It was pretty fast.
Really?
Quite fast.
Really? Well, actually, yeah, it's the shortest month of the year, but it's been an amazing one so far, and hopefully it's been great for you too.
Yeah, how was your weekend?
You really want to know?
Yeah, some people slept, some people went out to vote.
I did.
Some people stayed up overnight.
Well, watching to see if the results will come out.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, so lots of results out now. Like in different, on different platforms. You don't know which one is right or wrong, so please be careful. Anyway, we're so excited for the month of March coming up, and we're going to be unveiling something new, something fresh.
Okay, so we're unveiling something amazing from 6 a.m. Unveiling something big, you know, so you need to watch this space. First, Yomi, did you vote? Just nod or shake your...
Of course I did. Well, something's happening in the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk to Mary.
Okay, Mary, who's in the kitchen with you?
I was working, and I also got to vote. Like, I was working in the morning. But before we talk about whatever happened on Saturday, we have a new chef in the building. He's Chef Taylor.
Yes.
It's his very first time on the show, and we're so excited to have you.
Same here.
I can't wait to see what you have for us.
Yes,
today.
I'm super excited.
There's
to
a
be with you
lot
guys.
going on here, quite an interesting spread. Wow. Wow. Potatoes and stuff. Great. So, Titi, I voted. I came to work in the morning, then had to like rush up. I barely made it. Thank goodness the voting was supposed to end at 2. If not, I wouldn't have made it.
Honestly,
But it was great this time. Accreditation and voting together, unlike the usual accreditation, then you go, then you come back again.
It was
So
a
this
lot
really good.
smoother. So, well, we have a big thank you to you. Honestly, we have to give you a big thank you for choosing to start this brand new week with us. We appreciate you. And of course, all our love goes to you. My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
Anyway, so we're going to be going straight to this morning's highlights of the program. We're talking about what we have for you, going to be happening all the way till almost 9 a.m. Now, to be successful in life, you have to be intentional about it and place yourself in the way of success. Motivational speaker Richard Obieche will be back with us to talk to us about that.
Now, Mondays are also a day to go back in time and talk about historical facts. This week in history will be coming up much later on the show as well.
We keep on loving it.
And from that, we'll bring you a musical performance from Linda Amokoa.
So you can get results. Don't be afraid. You cannot climb the ladder.
Also joining us for a musical performance is Nigerian singer and songwriter Sukomi. She'll be giving us a second music performance for the day.
And on our Automedic segment, Ayo Shafela will be bringing us, talking about her vehicle's warning lights. They can be very confusing.
Yeah, they can. Some of those lights are really confusing. But I can't wait for the performances. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great to see Sukomi on stage. All right.
Just watch this in. You know those warning lights? The newer the car, the more the light you are seeing. There are some that you see, you wonder, is this thing car or a plane? What is this?
You know, there are some people who have had like a warning light on for like 2-3 years. They don't know what it is. But as long as the car starts.
That's how we did here.
Yeah, so it's like, so there's some warning lights like that in our lives that we ignore, you know, and there's some,
now,
no, I'm just saying, something is flashing in your eyes and you're ignoring it and you're just, because the car is still starting, you're just going,
So how's election day for you guys?
Just saying.
Election day was good.
I know Titi was giving us updates where she was, your polling center and all. I actually was at my center, but I didn't feel the need to put up updates and all that. It was quite peaceful in my area, but I don't know if to say shocked at the amount of violence in different places.
Yeah, it was. Lagos was particularly tense in some areas.
In some areas, in North, of course, it wasn't.
And in the East as well, we heard some, and Rivers State.
And Rivers State, you know.
There was a bit of trouble in my polling center, polling unit, actually. Some guys were trying to play
you know, their usual nasties, but somehow it was contained, so that helped. It happened like twice or thrice, once during the voting, a second time during the collation, third time also during the collation, but eventually
Everything
nothing
worked
big
out.
happened.
Some places.
So sadly, in our polling unit, it seemed to be some young guys just trying to cause confusion. There was nothing really to what they were saying. They just were trying to find something to hold on to. And because everybody around was just peaceful and not really giving them the chance, you know, they realized that, you know, we can't really rile this particular community up. So they ended up just
Talking
walking
about
away.
Confusion, there was a lot of confusion as well. We're talking about the Twitter streets, and we're also talking about even during the collation. Some people will be screaming void when there's
Yeah,
they just
okay.
wanted to cause drama. That's the way
Yeah.
I saw it. Unnecessary drama.
Yeah, so that happened a lot, but you know. Anyway, so well, we got some distraction yesterday, right?
Yeah.
The Oscars.
Oh.
Thankfully,
Big one.
because you know initially it was nail
Big
biting,
one.
especially
Big
when you start because there's no way you're not going to pay attention to some of the results you're seeing on social media because you're just wondering. Even if you're trying to wait for it, it's still very tough. But you know, thankfully we got that distraction from the Oscars.
Three
I'll
Oscars
talk more
for Black
about it
Panther.
tomorrow, but it's a very big one, not just a black superhero, but then for the fact that a superhero movie is being awarded in the Oscars, it's big. It's quite big.
Good morning, welcome again to very beautiful Monday morning. We shall continue with the basic of self-defense we did last week. With me here is John Robert. So John, how are you today?
Fine, thank you.
All right. So give me your fighting position. So John is going to throw a punch at me, and I'm going to show you how to be able to defend yourself. Although we did this last week, so we shall continue today. So once you throw your punch, I'm going to do an outwards block and to the other side. So come this way. So you can, this is an outwards block. Last week, like I explained, you went in this way. If you're going in, it's an inwards block, and it means John is open to me, his body is open to me, so you can do this strike to the face, or punch to the stomach, or give an elbow strike to the ribs, or you can even do a side kick to the ribs. So the other one, you're going to give me again a punch, and you go out this way. You can also do the same thing, and because if you decide what you want for yourself, and if you really do not want any trouble, as you block out this way, you can just pull him out and say, John, I don't want any trouble, so you stay away. So another punch to the chest, you come up this way, I come up this way, and you can as well take the hand and twist behind him, fold him up this way, and push him away. If you really do not want to push him away, or you go further than that, you hit below and you take him to his knee. Fold the hand up this way, you tilt the elbow up, the wrist up, and you can take him down. So with that, we can take some of the up rising block also. So you give me a punch straight to the face, you block up this way, same thing, you go backwards, you do the same thing, and you come back. Now we're going to try some low blocks to the waist level. Ready? So you do same thing to the waist, you go, this is a low block, so you do the other hand. Ready? So you come, a low block. This is a low block, so it can also come from the outside, or you take it from the inside. So you can decide which one you wish to do. So we're going to do some fast, quick hand techniques. If someone is grabbing you by the shoulder and you're trying to avoid this, all you need to do is you take this hand away just like this and you parry out. So simple as you can apply in the daily life activity. So you do the same thing. You come this way, watch. All you need to do is to take this hand out this way, you push out. So because you don't want trouble, you wouldn't want to do anything so much than this. So you push out this way. So you come like this. So try to come fast. All you need to do is to push that hand out this way, you parry out. So with this, you can as well do your side kick, or you do a straight punch, a side punch to the wrist, or as you went out this way, you can come in and you hit to the face. So these are your areas that you can actually attack. So you can help doing this with take that again. You come out this way, I push out this way, I come in, I punch. If I do not want to punch, I give a side kick. If I do not want to do a side kick, I move in this way because the hand is actually behind my body and I strike to the face. I can also go on by doing the elbow smash to the face. So you can practice this over and over again until your hand becomes better. So let's do the continuous punch on your horse riding stance, and I show you how to practice to get better in your punches. Go. You go this way again. You go. This is out, inwards block, inwards block. You can do it with your open palms or in a closed palm. So you do same way, return. So you do, I'm going to try out of block. Go. Out, 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 out. So with this, you practice and you get better with your hands and your reflex comes so naturally. I remain your coach, Post Darlene Peter, and this is my partner, John Roberts. Thank you very much for watching.
So every time she does all these moves, I'm like, why can't I get it done myself? I know I should get some more exercise in my life. But seriously, welcome to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Okay, I see I have a bubbly chef here.
I'm excited.
It's a brand new week, so the possibilities of what we can achieve is endless. Joining me for the first time on the show is Chef Taylor. Is it Ojede?
Odeje.
Odeje.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chef Taylor Ojede, and he will be making chicken and potatoes cream sauce. I can't wait for this one. I really can't wait. So let's talk about the ingredients.
Yeah. So what you have mainly is the style of the meal basically is the chicken breast and the potatoes.
Okay.
Then you have all of the vegetables. I love.
Just a moment. The ingredients are on your screen right now. Okay, chicken and potatoes cream sauce on your screen right now, so you can catch up. That's a lot to quickly scribble, so quickly do so now. So you were talking about the ingredients?
Yeah, so like this, the style of the dish is the chicken breast,
okay,
and you have the Irish potatoes as well. Now, I love my vegetables a lot. I love all my, yes, I do, yeah. And I love to see them, like you can actually see the vegetables, you know. Then I have leek, which also is a star ingredient in this meal as well. So pretty much...
now, leek isn't something people use commonly.
Yes, we don't use it commonly, but it's like, it's quite very exciting, it's very flavorful, and it's healthy as well.
Wow.
So,
okay,
because of, I pretty much just chop the potatoes and put them to a boil, so it softens up, right? Then I chop up all of my vegetables.
Okay. So what are we making use of starting from here?
Okay.
This is cream.
Cooking cream.
Cooking
cheese.
cream. This caught my attention earlier.
Yes,
yeah,
cooking cream. Cheese, mozzarella cheese. You can use Parmesan if you want. The chicken breast, you know, chopped up nicely. You have onion, vegetable oil, yeah, yellow bell pepper, orange bell pepper, red bell pepper, green bell pepper.
So many vegetables. Leek, of course.
Yes.
This is the leek he was talking about. I know at that time the screen was showing you the ingredients to scribble. So this is it. Now, you're going to have to talk about this leek.
Yeah.
It's not a common ingredient. We hear of onions, leek, and what's the third one now? If you're not talking about onion, leek, and garlic.
We have garlic, you have celery, you have spring onion.
Yeah.
There are like a lot of them, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. So why the choice of leek?
Because of the taste for me, to be honest. Okay. This recipe stemmed out from another recipe of mine, which is the potato and leek soup.
Okay.
And yeah, so I just, you know, okay, so let me tell you the interesting part. About this recipe is you can actually divide into two parts. You can actually just use chicken alone. Okay. You can actually use potatoes alone. Really? Like I have a fusion of both. So you use chicken alone, you can serve it with pastas, you can, you know, play around it. With potatoes alone, you can consume directly. With potatoes and chicken, you can eat it directly as well.
So that's already a meal on its own.
It's a meal on its own.
So back to the ingredients. We have oil here. Yeah. And we have soy sauce.
Yes.
And then, of course, we have...
oregano, paprika, or seasoning. For me, I still put a lot of stuff. I still put basil, I put parsley, I put coriander, but I'm like, you know what, let's just keep it simple.
So you're one of those folks that I take a taste of your meal and I'm like trying to figure out the ingredients. Like, I know this one. I'm not sure of this one.
Yeah, so like pretty much like a burst of flavors.
Oh, wow,
yeah.
Wow. I can't wait to see the end of this. I really can't wait. And of course, you are cutting up the...
Yeah, green beans. Yeah, I'm just going to put a bit of carrot into this as well. Like I said, I love my vegetables. Yeah. I don't think you can stay healthy come on, look at me. This, don't mind me.
Anyway, we have to go on this break while the chef keeps feeling himself. It's still Wake Up Nigeria, folks. Stay with us.
Welcome back. Now, to be a success in life, there has to be dedication and drive. There has to be a lot of intentional steps taken in this direction. And, of course, a lot of hard work as well and focus on what you are supposed to do. Smart thinking, smart decisions, whatever you do, ensure that you are focused. Now, Richard Obeche is going to be talking to us this morning about putting your way or yourself into the way of success. And he's joining us. He's a motivational speaker and a performance coach and an HR professional. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
So much.
Now, putting yourself in the way of success talks about being intentional and a number of things that you've discussed severally in your conferences and things. But talk to us about specifically ensuring that you can live a successful life every day, because some people don't feel like it's possible.
Yes. So first of all, before you begin your day, there is a day before a day, right? There is a day before, there's a night before a day. You don't enter a day without preparing for that day. So first of all, ask yourself, what did you do wrong? Where did you get it wrong? So you do an inventory of yourself and ask yourself, okay, so there's power of planning. But before I go into planning, there's power of self-assessment, So you do that a day before, right, or a night before, right?
So you do an assessment on a daily basis?
Yeah, on a daily basis. Very, very important. You don't just enter a day without planning that day, without saying, okay, where did I not get it right? Which appointment did I miss? How did I speak? Those kind of things help you prepare for the following day. You cannot win the next day or every day without planning that, without looking back, okay, what did I not get right? People say something, or someone says something, said, if you keep doing the same thing every time, you keep getting the same results.
Right, right.
So how do you change your results? How do you win every day? After you've done your assessment, then when you're about to leave your house, you create an atmosphere of victory. How do you create an atmosphere of victory? You have to inject in yourself that ability. Sometimes you need to listen to some motivational messages. That's why it's important that you listen to Wake Up Nigeria before you even get out of your day.
Right.
Whether you're in your vehicle, whether you're in your office, whatever it is.
So something that motivates you.
Something that motivates, something that keeps you alive. There has to be an energy. See, when you are entering your office every day, there has to be something under your feet that pulls you. How do you know a man who is not prepared to win? It's in the way he walks. Motivational people or motivated people are people who have something like pedal or suspenders under their feet. They don't scrub their legs on the floor.
So always on the move.
They are always on the move. They are moving with speed. They are men on a mission. You know where they're going to. You can tell, say, this man is going somewhere. And guess what? That's how the powers of success start attracting to you.
So the first thing is to have that mindset before you leave the house.
Oh, yes, very, very important.
So what's the second thing?
The second thing is be able to think through on every problem. Tell yourself, I can. Somebody used to say something, say, I can, I will, I must. So you must tell yourself, I can do this thing. Listen, bosses can give people things to do, right? That is, you're a boss right now, and assuming I'm working for you. You can tell me, go and do this, right? That's easy. But it creates more burden on you. The best way is you sit down and you watch me do it. Motivated people are people who ask themselves, what will the boss do today? And they get at it immediately.
Right, right. So that's the second thing.
That's the second one. Awesome. So the next thing is this. You have to now ask yourself, okay, what is that thing? If I'm surrounded with a problem, who do I meet? So you surround yourself with people who are like minds, who are people who can win. In a particular, because challenges will definitely come. So how do I get myself always moving at that frequency? Is to have the same kind of birds. Say birds of the same feather flock together.
Right, so ensure that you have the same kind of individuals.
Yes, around
that
you.
Can motivate
that
you.
Can
as
motivate
well
you.
continue to
Somebody
perform.
said, I can tell where you'll be in 10 years by two things: the books you read and the people you keep, the company you keep. So that's what we need, right? So the next thing again, you have to ask yourself, okay, at the end of the day, what do I need to do to be able to say, okay, I have achieved? You do an appraisal before the end of the day. So while you are still at it, you are reassessing yourself every time, telling yourself, okay, have I messed up in the past 4 hours? What do I need to do?
Have I met the target?
Have I met the target? That's how you keep, then at the end of the day, reward yourself. The best way to feel motivated is when you have a reward ahead of you. I'll stop at these 4 things. You must have a reward at the end of the day. So assuming, for instance, you finish an assignment that you were given, go and buy yourself a Coke. You must not finish that Coke, but you are just rewarding yourself. So your brain functions like that. If you keep creating that thing, that's what we call it, right? But if you keep creating that atmosphere in your mind that, oh, I am a winner, I'm an achiever, it keeps building your self-esteem. You keep building your self-esteem. See, success does not happen overnight. Success is pragmatic, success is strategic, success is planned. People don't just wake up to success. They say if you see a man who became successful in the morning, trust me, he did not sleep in the night. He was practicing. He was busy every hour trying to fine-tune himself, and he becomes successful.
Wow, so this is, I mean, the direction that you're taking us this morning basically is, you know, keeping that mindset.
Oh, yeah, so I started with
first that it's before you leave the house.
Before you leave the house. Atmosphere of victory, right? Then have that mindset that think through on problems. Think through. People are psychologically lazy. Not people, but people who are motivated right now, not people in general, but people who are not motivated are psychologically lazy. Now, when you have thought through on a problem, find people around you who can assist you, who can enable you, strengthen you.
So continuously people that can ensure that, you know,
yes.
no matter what happens,
yes.
you know, even if you're becoming...
Scripture says, iron sharpeneth iron. So there are people who sharpen your iron. So, come on, you're not doing right. Come on. You can do it. Those are the kind of people you should have around you. People that will tell you, I need you here 8 o'clock. They're your friends. Your friends should be able to tell you the truth. That's the kind of environment you create in yourself.
Because you're then sharp, you know, you keep your eyes on the
yes,
ball.
Yes, then you now do an assessment again in the middle of the day and tell yourself, oh, okay, I've messed this here, I've not gotten this right. Then the next thing you have to do, reward yourself.
So every time you hit that milestone.
Every time you hit that milestone, for every milestone, reward yourself. It creates something inside of you that I'm coming up. If I can conquer one bear before, I can conquer the next lion. I can conquer the next gorilla. That's how you keep moving it. It's gradual. Spouts of success. And from there, you now become a successful being.
Okay, so in order for us to close, how do we ensure that we can begin to practice this lifestyle? Because what you're saying here is that if for someone who has not been doing this,
yes.
he has to then cultivate a new lifestyle.
Oh, yes.
How do I ensure that I continue and I maintain this lifestyle?
Now, you've heard me say these things. Just start practicing it one step at a time. Today, you tell yourself, I'm going to create an atmosphere of victory. As I'm leaving the house, I'm not leaving the house without, maybe if you're a Christian, you study your Bible. If you're Muslim, you read your Quran, whatever it is. Or if you just want to get some motivational messages into your system, create that. So one day at a time.
One step at a time.
One step at a time. So today, this is what I want to achieve. Tomorrow, this is what I want to achieve. In 7 days, you have built 7 powers inside of your spirit. The next week, you see yourself succeeding.
Wow. Thank you so much, Richard Oguye, for joining us. I mean, I already feel successful, motivated this morning. And whoever is watching, I know that you're feeling motivated as well. You're going to join us again next week, hopefully.
Yes,
and then
definitely.
we can, of course, talk some more motivation. Now, of course, we're heading to the kitchen where Mary and Chef Taylor are busy getting something really nice for us. Hey, guys.
Indeed, it's been some kind of busyness here. Chef Taylor has been cutting up a storm. You can tell he's a huge fan of vegetables.
I know.
Oh, my goodness. Just take a look at this spread right now.
I know.
Like, how are we supposed to use all of this in one meal?
Okay, so I'll show you how to become a superstar chef like myself. No, baby. So very quickly, just put a bit of oil in here. And yeah, I think that's about it. Yes, I think that's fine. Then put this aside. Then next you put in your peppers and your onions. Yes, in here. Whoa, sorry. And you just stir this in very, very quickly. Right, just get all of these flavors out, you know.
So while we get the flavors out, if you're just tuning in, this is the new chef, Chef Taylor. And today he's making, tell us what you're making.
I'm making my potatoes and chicken cream sauce. So next you put in your chicken breast in here.
Oh, I thought you were going to let that steam for a while. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. So I'm just trying to like pull up all of the flavors I can get out.
All right.
So you just keep stirring this in until it becomes opaque brown.
Okay.
Right? This one is very, very
So this is more like pan searing?
Yeah, more like...
But with a lot more oil?
Yeah,
okay.
Slightly. It's all going to disappear very soon.
Okay.
So you keep doing this until it becomes opaque white.
Oh my goodness, the smell, and there's nothing there yet.
I told you.
The aroma is amazing.
Thank you. So you get all of the flavors out in here.
Oh my.
So just keep this going.
But you haven't seasoned the chicken in any way?
No.
You haven't?
So that's the beauty of all of
Okay. I would have thought you would have marinated it.
No. So that's the beauty of chicken breast, you know. It's like, you don't stress. You don't stress. Probably say you're making a kebab, you know. But stir fry like this, you just, you know, keep going. If you notice the chicken is beginning to change, it's beginning to look opaque white.
Yeah.
Just keep it going for a bit, and you're almost there.
Okay. This looks good.
Thank you. Thank you. So next,
I just love colors in food. The same way you love vegetables, I love colors.
So
and I'm beginning to see this form.
Already.
So some seasoning cubes.
Yeah.
Okay.
To taste.
Some salt. Okay.
Yeah. And keep going. Keep going.
I get frightened when I see a lot of salt in food. Like, I'm so scared of salt. I don't even use salt to boil yam, rice, and stuff.
To be honest, you can actually cook without even seasoning chicken. As long as you have your salt on top, you're good to go. But we're Nigerian, so we like
I was actually surprised at this, considering the seasoning you have here already.
Yeah, I know, but when Nigerians, when you cook for Nigerian market, they're always like, not put Maggi.
You did not put any seasoning cubes at all?
No seasoning cube at all.
Okay.
Okay, so this is coming out nicely. So next you put in your dark soy.
Oh.
Yes, so if you have oyster, you have sesame seed oil as well. Beautiful inside as well, even better.
Okay.
So just give it a bit of
But it's either of them, right?
All of it.
You can put all of it?
Yes, for me. Yes, for me. All of it.
I can't wait to actually taste this at the end of the show.
The color changes a bit, aroma comes out even more, and yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just take a whiff of that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So next you put in your green beans.
Okay.
And you put in your carrots.
All right.
In here. You notice colors beginning to change. And when you're prepping your leek, so earlier, so for viewers watching at home, when you're trying to prep your leek, so you cut the base, slice this down in the middle like this, and open it up. Because the problem with leeks is that they can get really sandy. So you slice them up so you can rinse them off properly, then you chop whatever way you want, you know, so pretty much. So this goes in here. You can see all of the colors are out already.
I see you're maintaining the shape.
Yes, I like to see my vegetables in my face, bold and juicy, and so yeah. So if you notice, it's already colorful already.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
then
boy.
next you put in your potatoes in here.
All right. The potatoes are boiled, by the way. We boiled them earlier.
Yeah, they're boiled earlier. So I don't know. You can just look at this.
Oh my.
I go. Then next you put in your oregano.
Okay.
If you have basil, it's beautiful. If you have parsley, even better. If you have coriander, magic. So paprika as well in here. Just to season it up a bit and just stir this in.
Wow.
Nicely.
I like how everything is just going.
I told you,
yeah.
it happens like magic, to be honest. So you can just help me taste that. Let me just quickly grab. Before. Yeah,
he said I should taste.
That's
I want a bowl of this. You're asking me to taste.
That's the perk of being in the kitchen, you know.
Okay. Let's just take this bit.
Okay, so to be honest opinion.
I'm not eating raw chicken.
No, it's cooked. Perfectly cooked, to be honest. Honest opinion. If it needs more seasoning, let me trade in right now. Help my career.
So I'm actually beginning to understand why some guests have to try like 4 times before they decide. So I'm going to try like 6 times. That's actually very delicious.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you. So now you put your cooking cream in here.
Okay. So we'll go on with the cooking. That's why we're here.
Of course.
That is why we are here.
Of course.
But we have to go on this break as well. The show continues shortly. Stay with us. Well, with me is Olasunkanmi Alonge. She's an award-winning Nigerian Afropop artist, songwriter, and entertainer who gets her inspiration from happenings around her and from music legends, both home and abroad. And it's quite fantastic for us to have you here today.
Thank you.
So what are you going to be performing for us?
I'll Never Finish.
Never Finish.
My latest single.
Okay,
yeah.
Never Finish.
Yeah,
okay,
Never
you started
Finish.
something before? And
this
then
year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Bedu is going to be coming back to back.
Okay, so the Bedu will never finish. I was trying to understand what you had begun. For you to be an award-winning artist, it means you've been in this business for quite a while now.
Yeah.
For how long have you been doing this?
This is my 4th year, going
Your
to
4th
5.
year?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
That's a long time. So who is your biggest music influence in Nigeria?
In Nigeria, likes of Wizkid.
Wizkid?
Yeah, Tiwa Savage, King Sunny Ade, Salawa Beni.
Wow.
Would
you say your sound is a fusion of what they do?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That combination of all music, all genres, makes Sukomi music.
Sukomi music. Yeah. I like the sound of that.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'd like to hear the music now. Yeah. I'll let you take it away.
It's Callus the carpenter.
See, I never drink water to drop on. Now they say they go show me pepper. Them say soup on me to repo. Why they go my honey jeje? So they won't want me. Won't want me. Goro. Walk all the time. Oh yeah, Jackie shy. I make people vibrate to gong gong gong. I make people vibrate to gong gong sell. I make people vibrate to gong gong gong. I make people vibrate to gong gong sell. Never finish, never finish. I go give them the bedroom, make them feel it. Never finish, never finish. I go give them the bedroom, make them feel it. Never finish, never finish. I go give them the bedroom, make them feel it. Never finish, never finish. Give them the bedroom, make them feel it. Money more no, money more to that gana. Me omo lagbaja, Rihanna no be calabar. Make money like paper, busting them speaker. Them got to hear what them got to hear what. I make people vibrate to gong gong gong. I make people vibrate to gong gong sell. I make people vibrate to gong gong gong. I make people vibrate to gong gong sell. Never finish, never finish. I go give them the bedroom, make them feel it. Never finish, never finish. I go give them the bedroom, make them feel it. Never finish, never finish. I go give them the bedroom, make them feel it. Never finish, never finish. Give them the bedroom, make them feel it. Never finish, never finish. 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 Money more no, money more to that gana. Money more to that gana.
Makai next.
Hello! Now we know sometimes Mondays can be a drag.
Yeah, but we already motivated them, so I'm sure.
Yeah, we've brought them out of that dragging mood.
They're getting there, you know, it's a process.
And even if you're not there yet, don't worry, we have you covered. We have another amazing edition of Wake Up Nigeria coming your way.
Yes, we do, and we will be with you for another 45 minutes. We hope, of course, you plan to stick around for that long, but you don't want to miss any part of the show. And if you do, or if you're going out, then of course you can check us out online as well. My name is Yomi Owokwe.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. We're streaming live right now on Facebook at TVC Connect. For comments, ensure you use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all active right now. Don't forget that hashtag and join us.
All right, so this morning's highlights. Joining us for another musical performance is singer and songwriter Linda.
Take actions so you can get results. Don't be afraid. You cannot climb the ladder of success with your
And on our automatic segment, Ayo Shofela is back. She'll be talking about vehicle warning lights. Yes, what do all those things mean? We'll find out more soon.
And lastly, in our SME series, we'll be meeting the brains and personalities behind the Okunori fashion label. That's the Okunori twins, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Okay, so far so good.
Yeah, so we're talking about the Oscars. Let's go in a little bit of detail.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, they have made the news so much. Lady Gaga is not, okay, up until this point, she's not an actress or an actor.
Was not.
But then her first major feature, she's nominated for Best Supporting Actress. He's nominated. He has always been there, Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
But you see, it just brings me about excellence. You see, when you're working with somebody who's excellent and both of you are invested in it, it went as far as even saying that it was their on-screen chemistry that even made her break up. Like, they were so good on screen. Even the performances yesterday now at the Oscars. You need to see the
chemistry is just a bit too much.
So
it's a bit too real.
It's a bit too real.
Like, okay, you know, so a lot of people have been blaming Bradley
Cooper
online that, hey, you are the cause, that's why she broke up with her boo. But the truth is, it felt like some kind of Mr. and Mrs. Smith kind of vibe going on.
I mean,
it was that deep. It was too, you need to go watch it if you haven't watched the movie.
Have you seen Bradley Cooper's Woman?
No, I understand that. Bradley Cooper is with a very hot woman.
Irina Shayk.
He's
the one
he's
Ronaldo
set. He's all right. But then again,
he's with Cristiano Ronaldo's ex.
Yeah.
One of his exes. Cristiano Ronaldo has like
has
like 15 exes.
The ex he found it so hard to get over.
I'm telling you, there's a long list that is Cristiano Ronaldo's exes.
So the issue now is Bradley Cooper directed it as well. Meaning that he did whatever he needed to do to get that energy from Lady Gaga. So I'm thinking he might have maybe gone the extra mile, just extra mile to make sure she performed well. I'm just saying.
For those guys, a lot of things. When they say method acting, I see a lot of Hollywood actors saying method acting. You can't go as far as these Hollywood guys. I mean, there's this guy, the pianist, what's his name now? It just skipped my mind now. He was also in Aviator. This guy went on a diet, not diet, he went on a hunger strike for 5 months to look as lean as he was supposed to be portrayed in that movie. The name just skips my head at this moment. No, not Christian Bale. The name just skips my head just at this moment.
You just got me thinking of Titanic as well.
And then, if you know how far some of them go, when they want to go. So somebody will go as far as, okay, I want to play a lunatic. The person goes to the streets, forgets everything. Somebody wants to play that part and they go and live that life.
What's some of them that actually put on weight to take on roles?
The Titanic actress, I don't know why. Kate Winslet. She had to stay underwater for several minutes at a go. During training, she actually went as far as 7 minutes underwater, holding her breath for Titanic. And because of that, she swore never to work with that director anymore.
Again?
Ever. And I'm talking about since that Titanic, they are just about to do the second movie ever together. They're working on Avatar 2. For that many, you know how many years? She said the money has to be right before she can work with him again.
Honestly,
because he drove her.
I still think Jack could have stayed on that door.
On that door, I could have taken both of them. Everybody,
I still think Jack could have,
it could have taken
there was enough space for Jack on that door.
if he can't take both their way,
they'll go down.
I beg.
But then still about the Oscars. So Black Panther won for Best Costume Design. That was expected. Best Production Design. That's for the set and all that. And then Original Score. That soundtrack. When I heard it, when I got this my first time, it was goosebumps. You know that drum. So it won 3 awards, which was quite very big for it. Of course, the biggest one had to be Green Book for Best Picture. Great movie. Mahershala Ali for Best Supporting Actor.
So that's his second Oscar.
Rami Malek as well.
I'm telling you.
That guy is wonderful.
His movie.
Rami Malek is such a good actor. And we're back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. Linda Omohua is a singer, songwriter, and relationship and life coach. Now, her passion for music has led her to release 3 singles in the last 2 years. And she's been doing this music professionally. Now, this morning, she's here with us in the capacity of singer. She'll be performing If You Love Me, right?
Yes.
All right, then. It's great to meet you. Take it away.
My pleasure.
For you, you know be lying. I feel something strong for you. You make me to feel complete. Girl, I made up my mind. Say now you or no one else. Nobody gonna be contest you. Please say yes, baby, and be my wife.
Love me, love me, love me. 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 If you love me, oh, come see my papa. Say you want me, oh, come see my mama. I know do gonna love, gonna love, oh. Hey, yeah, I know do gonna love, gonna love, oh. No way. Love me, love me, love me. 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 I'm ready to be your wife. My love for you no go die. You took my sorrows away. Oh yes, my baby.
Please come be my queen, and I will be your king. No one can separate us. You light up my world, oh baby. Oh.
If you love me, baby, come see my papa. Say you want me,
I want you, baby.
come see my mama. I know the gonna love you, gonna love you. Hey, yeah, I know the gonna love you, gonna love you. No way. Love me, love me, love me. 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 May God bless this high union with sweet, sweet loving children to make us happy all the days of our lives. My husband, my crown, my king, our God will never leave us. Our joy will last forever. We shall grow old together. If you love me, oh, come see my papa. Say you want me, oh, come see my mama. I know do gonna love, gonna love. Hey, yeah, I know do gonna love, gonna love. Wait for you. No way. If you love me, oh, baby, come see my papa. Say you want me, oh, come see my mama. I know do gonna love, gonna love. Hey, yeah, I know do gonna love, gonna love. No way.
I'm feeling some, what's the word? The only word I can think of is old school vibes in there. The way the song was put together. So I could hear that you were telling a story.
Yes.
Yeah, so do you want to break down the story for us just a little?
Yes.
Okay, tell us.
Actually, I want to pass a message out there, especially to the ladies. If a man approaches you for a relationship or marriage, do the right thing.
Okay.
Don't bend corners. Don't do hide and seek love, corny love, corner love.
Okay.
Just let the man come home and see your people. That's just the message I'm trying to pass out.
All right then. So, is there a particular, story behind when you were writing this song?
Yes.
Okay. So tell us who the characters of this story were.
Just myself and my husband.
Okay. So you told him to come home and he responded.
Yes.
I'm glad about that. But so how long ago did you write this song?
2 years plus.
Okay. And you've been married for how long now?
2 years plus.
Hey, so it worked. The song worked. It worked. Are you sure some women should not start songwriting out there? You know, maybe you've just not written the right song. Maybe that's why he hasn't gone home with you. Maybe this is the song you need to play for him. All right then. So I feel like there's a style of music that you're inspired by. Are there some artists that you look up to? Talk to us.
Yes. Like I look up to Auntie Onyeka Onwenu.
Okay.
And Whitney Houston. Those are my great favorites musicians.
I could hear some Onyeka somewhere in there. I could hear some Evie Edna Ogoli in there somewhere as well.
I just had to blend all in one.
All right. So how long did it take to put the song together, production-wise?
Say about 2 months.
2 months?
On and off the studio like that.
Okay. All right. Well, we enjoyed that performance thoroughly. Now, if you missed it, you should go online to check it out a bit later on YouTube. But we are going to be heading to the garden now. We have our automatic segment standing by.
All right, so we've been on our auto series for a while now, for over 3 to 4 weeks, and we've looked at our engine, we've looked at our tires. Today, we are going to be looking at warning lights. Now, this one is quite big, and I'm quite excited about what I'm going to learn today. The one and only Ayo is in the house. How you doing, Ayo? Give me 5. Okay, so we're looking at warning lights today.
Exactly.
Okay, first of all cars have lights, but like there are some that don't have lights. So
I understand what
you understand what I'm saying, right?
Okay,
but then we're talking about cars that have lights and send signals, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so let's go.
Now, all cars have warning lights. All cars, as far back as the year 2000, have warning lights. You even find some 1999, 98, 97 cars that have warning lights because the onboard diagnostic system came on board as far back as 1994. But the kind of system they were using then was a little bit different from what modern day cars use. So what happens is when you put the ignition of a car on, just like this, you find out that a whole lot of lights come up on the instrument cluster. These are warning lights. What the system is doing at that period is it's going through all the electronic and electrical systems of the car and it's checking for faults. Yeah. Computer does that. It goes around, checks for faults. Now you find out that if there is a fault, once you start the car, which I just did, the lights remain on.
The lights remain on. So now what we're saying is that the lights will come on after turning on the ignition, but then when you start the car, if there are no faults, the lights will go off.
The lights should go off. That is the normal way the system should work. So now you find that this light here, that looks like a fan or something, is a check engine sign.
A check engine sign,
That is indicating that there's something wrong in the engine.
Okay, so that's the one last down there. That's the
yellow one,
the amber one there. So there's something wrong with this engine now?
Yes, it's indicating that there's something wrong with this engine.
Okay, well, it's not, does it specify exactly what is wrong?
No, it doesn't.
It just lets you know that there's a problem somewhere.
Exactly. We have close to almost 40, 50 sensors on the vehicle, if not more than that. Now, it's telling you that among those 40, 50 sensors, there's something wrong somewhere. It could be 2, it could be 5, it could be 7, it could be more than that.
It could be all.
It could be all, exactly.
Okay, so let's move to the next one.
The next one, above it, you have the red seat belt.
That's
airbag sign.
Yes, the airbag sign.
It's indicating that there's something wrong with the airbag.
I beg, is there something not wrong with this car? The airbag is a big one. Okay, so that means you have to check for airbag.
You have to check
moving on
for
from that,
airbag.
what's the next one?
Moving to the next one, the ABS.
Okay,
it's an amber light. That is anti-lock braking system.
Yeah, the
contrary to what mechanics tell you, that it's automatic brake system or assistant brake system.
It was automatic brake system.
No. Anti-lock brake system.
Okay.
It prevents the wheels from locking up when you're braking suddenly. So you can still have control over the car. Now you notice if you slam on the brake and it doesn't have an ABS, the wheels will all lock up, which means the car will just skid and keep going and keep going. No braking force whatsoever. But with this, it pulses the brake. So you find that it will stop, release, and gradually you come to a halt.
Wow. Okay, now this one in the center is quite very obvious. My seat belt is not on.
We're not using the seat belt.
Okay.
That's very
But there's one
obvious.
supposed to identify for the driver and the passenger, or does he use the same one?
It depends on the kind of vehicle you're dealing with. Now, over here, you'd see passenger airbag on.
Okay.
This is indicating that you're sitting on the passenger seat. The airbag has been activated to come up if there is a fault and you're not using your seat
My
belt.
seat belt.
Exactly.
This is quite cool. All right, now I can see that you have a scanner here, some sort of this. I first of all thought it was a pad. Okay. Okay. So now this is a diagnostic tool. Exactly. What is this used for?
This is plugged to the vehicle, somewhere under here.
Okay.
It's for your mechanic, actually. He plugs it to the car, and then he puts on this scanner, and he can communicate with the vehicle computer to find out what is wrong on the car.
Wow.
So it's not magic. It's not any serious thing. Your mechanic should actually be able to communicate with the car and tell you. So if you take your car to a mechanic and he tells you, that light is plugs, don't believe that.
Okay. So this diagnostic tool, is this just a normal iPad, or this is a specialized kind?
This is a specialized kind.
Boy, it's like you can still play Candy Crush on this one.
You can actually. It's Android operated.
It's Android operated.
The Play Store and everything.
No, they should not. People are still Snapchat. Is this thing supposed to be something serious?
You can communicate. You have emails, which when you finish diagnosing, you can just send the report directly to the customer's email or to the client. It's very, very advanced. Now, one more thing I want to chip in. You can see that the lights are in different colors.
True.
You have red, you have amber. Red is critical. Once you see a light come up in red, it is critical. Like this one here.
Okay, I didn't see this. Let's look at this.
The caution sign is your brake light. It's warning you that there's something wrong with the real brake system of the car, not the anti-lock brake system. There are two systems now. This one is telling you that either your brake fluid is low, or your handbrake switch has a problem, or the foot brake switch has a problem.
The light is too.
Cars have so many. This is a pretty simple car.
Okay.
When you move to things like German cars, likes of the Benz, like of the BM, the Volkswagen, you won't be seeing just these few lights.
There will be plenty. Okay, so but why is the ABS yellow? Does it mean that there's a fault to the ABS?
What it's telling you with the ABS is there's a fault, but it's not a critical fault. This can still get you to a garage or to a workshop where you can check it. But if it comes up in red, then it tells you that it's really, really critical.
Okay, and then we can see one that the doors are open,
The doors,
right?
that's for the open door. Then this last one down here, that's the steering wheel. Now this will come up because the ABS is on, they are connected.
All right.
The steering wheel works with the ABS as well, the sensors that are connected.
Thank you so much, Aya. Thank you so much. This was quite an interesting one. I think our best episode yet. Check out your car, check out your cars, and yeah, make sure that you have, you ensure that everything you do diagnostic test and all of that, taking them to places. Thank you very much, Ayo. Okay, yeah, that's all we can take today on our auto series. It was quite interesting. I'm sure we'll definitely have this on social media for those of you that missed it. You can check it out. It's Wake Up Nigeria. There's a whole lot more coming on the show.
Welcome back. Now, Taiwo and Kehinde Okunore are the brains and personalities behind the Okunore Twins fashion label, which started way back in 2002. Now, they have since made themselves a household name in Nigeria with their designs of distinct, well-constructed suits and traditional wear targeted at Nigerian consumers. Nato C, D-Banch, JJ Okocha, Don Jazzy, DJ Case, just to name a few, have all been spotted in their designs. They recently opened their flagship store in Lagos, and we have Taiwo Okunore, who is the creative director of the label, joining us this morning to talk to us about motivating budding business entrepreneurs, people that want to be like them, on the challenges they will likely face, and also talking to us about their success story. Wow, 2002. I didn't know you guys were that way back.
Yeah, of course.
So it's been many years, and it's been a long journey. But here you are today, and a lot of people see it as a success story.
I hope so.
Well, so 2002. I mean, you must have been pretty young at the time. So talk to us about what it was like then.
We were 19. Yeah, in 2002. I remember we were in the university. We were in Unilag actually. And then we were selling ready-made shirts. We were getting ready-made shirts from the UK, America, and selling it to friends. And then for every 5 shirts we sold, I remember people would return maybe 3 and say, it's too big, it's too small, you know, it's too big. I want the collar small, I want the chest smaller. So we had this tailor who used to do fittings for us, who ripped the shirt complete it and put it back and get it to size. So that made me, that sparked something. That if somebody can do that, to, to alter a shirt and get it, to fit, that means obviously if you give him, new fabric, you can do that to new fabric. Yeah. So we tried it, gave it to this tailor, and before we knew it, the guy made the shirt in 2 hours. Wow. And got a brand new shirt. It was exactly like
in 2 hours.
Yes, just like the imported ones. So that was what really sparked Okunore Twins. It was just some sort of trial and error type thing.
In like at the time, and of course the demand, because it must have been. I'm sure that there were hardly anybody who was doing that kind of.
Yes, thing at the time. At the time, it was more. You had a lot of very older people doing it. Yeah. That's like Dakova, Diola Sego.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
So, because people our age group wanted to, study law, doctor, to be medicine rather. Yeah. So they were like, you guys are in school, and it wasn't common yet.
Yeah, very true, very true.
So initially it was tough for us because of schools, but it's been so far so good.
It's been good. So I remember back then, it was really, shirts were very popular, especially in Unilag.
Yes.
So all the TM Lewin shirts with the tail. So you guys now began to sort of bring a cheaper version of the TM Lewin shirts in quotes. Which people at the time,
it's fair to say that.
So people had more access to to very good shirts that you guys
at the same quality, if you will. Yes, absolutely. But so the shirt thing kind of played out because it got saturated. So we thought to ourselves, maybe we just move to suits as opposed to shirts.
Yeah.
So we did the same
concept
that we did for the shirts and did it on the suits.
But suits are trickier though, I know.
Yes, it is trickier, but we got exposed to suits as well earlier on in life because of my dad. He was really into very good suits from Savero and the rest of them.
Yeah.
So we got exposed to suits. So that acted like a reference point, for us, and it got us exposed to how these things are made, the quality, the fabrics and things like that.
So of course, eventually, when did you decide that, okay, this is going to be our business, this is what we're going to be doing, 9 to 5, I'm not going to be looking for a job, I'm going to be doing this, and I'm going to make this a success? You must have gone to a point where you thought that's a decision I'm going to make.
Yeah, so the thing is, initially, the acceptance was tough. But once, the moment we got accepted, the sales went crazy. So that was a great indication for us.
Yeah, so now, one of the biggest challenges I know in Nigeria doing business is when demand gets high, how to fulfill your orders and how to meet that demand. It's always a big challenge, the challenge of capacity. So how did you, over the years, deal with that challenge?
I'll tell you the truth, we still haven't tackled it completely. Because what you have in this part of the world in terms of fashion business, and I think most businesses, because you have most businesses tackling all their problems. For instance, we're designers. We shouldn't be in the business of trying to produce on a large scale. So we are having to do that. We are doing that. We are in that business as well. So to be, in terms of capacity, is something that we haven't totally conquered. So what you want ultimately in Nigeria is for a major investment in this sector, in the garment sector. In telecoms, you've had that. In banking, you've had major investment in, major industries in Nigeria. In the fashion industry,
those investments are not there yet.
Yes, you haven't seen it. I suspect, as usual, you get the Western companies doing it for us, and then you see the local ones following.
One question I'm always curious about, one thing I'm always curious about is, as more designers come into the industry, you're almost fighting for the same resources. When I say resources, I'm talking about good tailors, probably even same kind of clientele, especially as you move up, because as you move up, the clientele reduces. So how do you also deal with that as a designer and also a businessman?
So the market currently is gradually growing, so because there's a strong middle class. And
So the middle class are the people who keep buying and buying. So we on our side as a brand, to feed their appetite, you have to keep coming up with new designs at a very attractive price. So what we've done is do that and then segment the market. So you have a brand for, I don't know, people who want to go all out, and you have another brand for, you know, people who like those designs, those high-end designs, but cannot pay that premium.
So like at least you'll have something
like a
for
diffusion
them.
brand, if you will. So basically that's it really. You know, I mean, it's been this concept. You see a lot of brands like Inditex, the people who own Zara. So you see the same person owns Zara, the same person owns Massimo Dutti.
Right, okay, so
you see Massimo Dutti is higher, and then Zara is under. You see some other brands were actually the rock bottom ones.
Right.
So I think that's the concept for the.
So now, talking about you talk about mass production,
yes,
which is something that you guys are now into.
Yes, gradually.
Which
gradually,
which you would normally not have done.
Yes,
like you said, because you're a designer.
Exactly.
Ideally. So would you? So now, if you're now thinking about, like you said, rock bottom prices and all of that, would you then probably then spread out and scale up to a situation where, okay, you're now doing mass market brands like, you know, all the other guys?
Yes, yes. So that's ultimately, we want to be like a Pan-African brand. Eventually go, you know, international, global, and things like that on a major scale. So yes, the idea is to diversify, go into mass production fully. I mean, currently you're working on a private placement, as a matter of fact, in that regard. So the idea is to build a fully diversified garment manufacturing company.
So let's talk about challenges, because I mean, you started in school as a young man, 19 years old. So you would have learned a lot of things along the way, made a lot of mistakes while you were younger, thankfully. But you know, for someone who's coming up and they're watching now, it might not even necessarily be the fashion industry, and you know, they want to go into business in Nigeria. I know it's really tough, but you guys have made it. So talk to us about it. You hope so. You're still trying. Talk to us about some of the challenges as we round off.
The major challenge for any business, for people who are trying to start, would be funding. It's very tough to get funding in Nigeria, you know, because your vision sometimes is very enormous, and then to be able to fund it, you know, and kick it off the ground is always an issue. You know, I think funding is a major issue.
It's a big issue.
I don't want to mention the usual issues.
Yeah,
I
mean, we have
funding.
We usually have an SME here every week, so they're talking about the issue of power and all the other
usual suspects.
Crazy suspects and all of that. But thank you so much, Taiwo Okunore.
Thank you for having me.
I'm going to be taking you to the kitchen.
Okay.
Where you're going to help us sample our food from our chef.
Sample. Okay, I thought you're going to say,
no, we can give you a full breakfast if you want.
No, I mean,
please join us. Please join us.
All right.
Okay. Hey guys, let me introduce you to Mr. Taiwo Okunore.
Welcome. Good morning.
Of the famous Okunore fashion brand.
Yes, indeed.
Such a pleasure to meet you.
Same here.
All right. So we have Chef Taylor in the building. Hi, Chef Tobad.
Chef Tobad.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah. He made today's breakfast. We were actually prepared for yourself and your brother.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I can help him out.
So, Chef Taylor, tell us about this.
Okay, so it's pretty much like curry, but I just call it the chicken, potatoes, cream sauce. So you have chicken, potatoes, all the veggies, cream and cheese. So very easy and just boom, magic.
Right. So, it looks amazing. It looks amazing. We saw him cutting fresh vegetables, like that's what they just plucked.
He started pretty early.
Yeah, he did.
So well done, man.
Thank you.
So now, what's the verdict?
My God. Am I the best person to do this?
Ah, well.
We should.
So his fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
That tastes nice, to be fair.
Oh.
So it tastes very
wow.
nice. Okay,
I'll see with
well
That's
done,
high
Chef. So
praise.
we'll have you back again.
Amazing stuff.
Big thank you to our friends over at Homely NG for the kitchen accessories on Wake Up Nigeria.
Of course, a big shout out to Fola at Fola's Place for the amazing hairstyling
Thank
he
you
does.
so much, Fola.
We love you, and then welcome, Chef Taylor.
Thank you
so
very
much.
Thanks so much for having
Fresh
me.
veggies, food in the morning.
It's just summer. It's doing...
What?
All right. It's making my eye turn on his own.
It's more like welcome and goodbye.
Mike's eyes are turning on his own.
We're going to be back tomorrow. Please stay away from social media results.
Yes, sir.
Yes, dude.
Wait for the official INEC results, please.
I know it can be tough, but yeah. Do try.
Yes,
we'll see you again tomorrow.
7 a.m., y'all.